and also how fast you can charge. So this car, you can charge from 10 to 80% in 18 minutes. So the theory is, and we're still developing it, is that you can have fun on the track for 20 minutes. You can charge roughly around 20 minutes. You can go back and have fun again. So this is really uncharted territory for us, and it took such a long time for us to get here.
And so the satisfaction on it, you see everything ready to go as we're sending some of your brand's rally cars up the hill. I didn't think we were going to see this after all, but we are, and they sound absolutely terrific. The pride of the team on launch day must be enormous, given what you've achieved with the car.
Oh yes, absolutely. And so we're introducing this new car with the idea sound and gear shifting has to come back to high performance driving. So Alex, we all know EV cars, but it's a bit like asking you to dance to a very fast-paced music.
He's very good at that.
Yeah.
With the volume set to 0.
It's all wrong. It wouldn't work.
So you can hear it, but you have to dance fast, but you don't have the cues, right? So in a high performance driving, you look at these corners in the Goodwood Hill climb, you're already thinking gear, speed, and RPM. And that's what we're trying to bring back.
And we are now seeing the Ioniq5N, the N for the high-performance team. You heard the N relating to the Nürburgring as well. And the two are about to see the launch of it. And after its launch a couple of hours ago, it is now time to light it up. And it is so interesting that you say about that. It's trying to bring the feel of a high-performance car that we know, that we instinctively know, with all the technology of an EV.
Yes, again, such a long time getting ourselves familiarized and trained to drive these cars. So we want to keep that skill to a very fast EV. So as I said before, if you enter a corner, you're already thinking speed, gear, and RPM, and you strategize into corners. The same idea we want to bring to EVs, but obviously with the benefit, fast response of the electric motors, and genuinely we want the customers to have fun. And what you see on screen here is the Ioniq5N drift spec.
I like it.
Thank you. So it's a very mildly tuned Ioniq, so very mild suspension mods, and the interior is a bit disassembled for safety reasons. But we built this car to demonstrate the kind of fun you might have by modifying the car. And really, NDAM is all about elevating the BPM per minute of your heartbeat, and we want to use these vehicles to try to, raise your heartbeat as much as we can.
Well, that is absolutely the epicenter, isn't it, of any high-performance car. And just to let you know, with what you're seeing on screen at the moment, the legendary Terry Grant, who has taken an enormous amount of rubber, enormous amount of tyres through the years, is at it again, Alice. And it's interesting to hear the process to fruition that we see in front of us.
No, it's a very impressive looking car, and I'm certainly intrigued by the drift spec. Well, as we can see, the continued celebrations there. So you must be this must be a very, very proud moment for you to see hard work that you and your team have put in to see these wonderful cars out on display now.
It's enormously proud for all of our teams spread across all around the world. And really what we see as the heart of car culture is a huge mouse. And here on the screen we have the Ioniq5N, the drift spec car, and in the middle you will see the silver car, which is called the N-Vision 74. That is a very interesting car because it is a hydrogen fuel cell powered car, 170 horsepower.
Wow.
It's very, very experimental. We only have one such functional power that is in this car right in front of you. And
one, and it's right there.
No wonder it's being driven nice and gently, sandwiched in between your other wonderful cars.
Not attacking the circuit like Alice would be if we'd let her drive it.
And when is this car available for customers, not the hydrogen-powered one, your iconic 5N available for to purchase or even possibly test drive?
So the aionic 5N will arrive in Korea in September, and then following that will be our European launch, and then
You
next.
can see it, of course, through the dust that Terry is creating. It is just another fantastic part of Goodwood. This is being the first people that can really get up and see these cars actually going out on track, the launch cars. And there we go, the drift spec, doing what it does best, drifting. And that is just incredible shots there, Alex.
Any final thoughts you'd like to leave us with? Anything you'd like to reiterate, having just seen that car launched and out on the circuit for the first time?
So as our CEO, Jay Chang, said during our world premiere launch, this is only the starting line. So we're going far more than what we showed today, so stay tuned.
Thank you so much for waiting. A little bit of behind the scenes because of the delay. You've been very, very patient with us, and we really appreciate your company. Congratulations and everything guiding us.
Thanks.